This is Chief Honey Bear at LA Live. This is my friend Fabio from Brazil, and he's on a RipSurf. So you never have to push with your foot. It's not electric. You just lean and twist, and you move forward that way. That's pretty fucking cool. How difficult is that to learn how to do, Fabio?
I mean, it just depends. There's some kids that get on it and just straight up just get off, you know, just get on and just start doing it. But it depends on the person. It takes a while for you to get really comfortable with your balance. So you can ride it straight forward pretty easily if you just have a little bit of balance.
You don't fall that often?
I used to in the beginning. First like month, I had a knot right here.
Yeah.
So I was always falling this side. But after that, now I fall hardly ever. When I do fall, it's just a little roll, or I don't even get on my hands at all. I just fall off because it gets onto the side, and then you just hop off like that. So it always just lets your foot onto the ground.
What part of Brazil are you from?
From Brazil, I'm from Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro?
Yeah.
How many people are there?
I think the whole state has like maybe like 8 million or 10 million.
Yeah,
like
it's a big city.
Yeah, no, the city is big. The state might have more than that, but yeah, it's big. It's more spread out. It's like the whole state. I don't think the city has more people than LA, but it's got about 8 to 13 million, something like that. In the whole state.
So you enjoying it here? You gonna stay here?
I live here, man.
You live here now?
I've been here for like 25 years. So.
Are you an artist, or what do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm an artist. I produce my wife. She's a singer-songwriter.
What's her name?
Her name is Nubia Faiza. She's on Instagram too. I'm on Instagram.
Who are you on Instagram?
I'm at Move Units. At Move Units, and my wife is at Nubia Faiza. Nubia Faizah.
And you were named after Fabio, the model?
I don't know if I was named after Fabio the model. I know it's not a too unpopular. It's a popular name in Brazil, so. It's not, I didn't get teased about Fabio. Here you get a little teased, so it's not that common. They're like, oh, I can't believe it's not butter, but no, my mom just liked it, I guess.
and your sunglasses too, they're kind of like the wrestler Randy the Macho Man Savage. You know who he is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Snapping to a slim. No, but these are blue blockers. See,
those are blue blockers?
These are the old school blue blockers.
Oh, that's good, man.
They block the blue light at night. That's why
great.
I only wear glasses at night, man, just to block the blue light so I can get my melatonin and make my DMT when I go to sleep.
Hey, do you go over to Venice at all?
Yeah, always. I have a couple of videos in Venice. I post a couple of videos of me riding my skateboard. That's basically what I do with my skateboard. I post videos every day of me riding it with Brazilian music, Brazilian popular music from the 70s and 80s too. And that's.
I don't know if you remember or know about Umar Deodato. That 2001 Space Odyssey for Stanley Kubrick. It was the disco version. He remixed Wagner's. Also spot Zarathustra. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Zarathustra. Yeah. No, we have amazing musicians in Brazil. We have amazing music, and it's a shame that, you know, even in Brazil, they're unknown now. And in the 70s, 60s, 70s, we had the type of music. It was like the golden age of music in Brazil, and I would say throughout the world. I mean, in the United States, we had amazing music too in the 70s and 80s. I mean, more like 70s, 60s, 70s. So, you know, we're just trying to bring that back. My wife sings and writes.
Yeah, there was funk, there was disco, there was jazz. Hard bop was going really well. Art Breaking and Jazz Messengers. There was a lot of great music in the United States in the 1970s.
Yeah.
And then
there was also Eagles. You got like Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, some of that too. There's still a little bit of psychedelic music during the 1970s. It started in the late 60s and went through the mid 1970s. Yeah. It was a great time for music.
It's a great time, and we're bringing that back, that musicality back. We have a band. We have all acoustic instruments. We have a bass player who plays stand-up bass and electric bass. We got a guitar player, electric guitar player, a guitar player, and a brass section. So we have like and then percussion. So you know, it's all of it is coming all nicely to form a nice bed of symphony to make you elevate your spirit while you listen to the real instruments played by real people with real souls.
We've got one of the best musicians in the world right here in Los Angeles. She's 27 years old. Her name is Rez, and she does everything with the synthesizer. Or she calls herself a DJ, but she produces all the music herself
with synths.
You got to check this out. When you go to one of her concerts, there are no chairs. Everybody dances.
Really? Yeah, no, I mean, I've experienced, I say real instruments because they're, just analog, and then there's something to be said about analog music. But I've been at shows and at electronic music shows where it's so moving because the frequencies that they're hitting and that they're, producing, even though it's synthetic, it's, it's digital. It's still hitting that note to where they know their exact progression because they're doing it for themselves when they're producing it. So, just being a human being, you know what you want to feel. And so they produce that music, and I appreciate all of music that does uplift. So, I say that, real analog music, real instruments, not to take away from people that produce with digital equipment, because you still can have a positive effect on people with, digital produced music.
I used to have raves in Chicago, and we did a lot of stuff with trance music. That's kind of like where it's going now, industrial music. People don't really listen to heavy metal anymore. They don't listen to disco anymore. It's like more into industrial now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really stay on par with all the new music trends as far as electronic. I don't really know what is happening as far as like the new stuff going on. I know there's a lot of pockets of interest, and there's also subgenres that people are into. I'm really into right now is the Brazilian 70s and 60s, and it's just taking up my whole space right now. I'm just like into that, hitting strings, gut string, upright basses, and like just stuff that's really roots. So I'm really digging that right now. And my wife, she writes music for that. It's kind of like a mixture of all that coming to some new sounds, but still all coming from analog instruments. It's just what we're into. It's just what we're have our headspace in. So it's going to be fun to see what comes out of it, because I mean we have some really great stuff already. So
there might be an album that you'd like to listen to. It's called Super Bass 2, and it's great in the 1970s. I learned how to play the bass. Let that go by. But I was playing. It was actually a cello, but I was playing with a pick. And it was jazz. Like I knew Art Blakey, the Jazz Messengers, and we were playing in some places in Chicago, including the Plug Nickel and Old Town, and including the Jazz Showcase. It's in various places. My favorite place it was at was the Blackstone Hotel. I saw the very last time that Art Blakey and Jazz Messengers played together, just before Art Blakey died in the late 1980s. I saw them at the Blackstone Hotel.
Huh. No, I mean, I mean, Chicago has got a great history of music. It's just...
I'm going to put you on. Chief Hunting Bear is on IGTV on YouTube, and I'm going to put on IGTV on Instagram. Pardon me, and also on YouTube. I'll put you on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then get on, check me out on Instagram @MoveUnits. I post videos of me riding my skateboard every day.
Can you show me? The it's called a RipSurf.
It's called RipSurf.
And what's this on the back right here?
So this is a kick pad. It's a deck. It's just like foam. It's like mimicking exactly what's on surfboards. It's just a foam with a little razor, so you can not have your foot fall off.
Right.
On the bottom is the beauty. It's a torus shape.
What is that exactly?
So this right here is the essence of all energy. As far as like how it circulates in all cells, from the micro to the macrocosm. So it goes here. Here's the 0 point, and then it extends out here and here. It's a little bit off. It's shorter here and less here, because when I'm riding this, I'm using mostly the back. So I'm whipping it, and this is just twisting right here. And so because this is caster and it's on an angle, it always wants to come back. So that's how you get the momentum. Is there. That's the potential right here. Every time it whips back, it drives you forward, because you move it here and then it wants to go back, boom, and then it goes. It won't go backwards, So it only goes forwards and sideways up to about this angle right here.
This is incredible. It works. It's that well built. I know that the laundry, the grocery carts never work. The casters are always broken in those. This thing actually works. Yeah,
it works. It's because it's made also. It's on this angle, so it gives you potential energy whenever it's right here. The potential is for it to do that when it's going forward. So,
is your wife from Brazil as well?
Yes.
So do you practice nature mysticism? I know tomorrow is Mother's Day, but like the most important mother of all is Gaia, with Mother God. And that's what we practice. I'm Fox Nihi, my father's side of family. My mother is French, but she was Indigo as well. And we worship Mother God. Do you do that? You're talking about the basic shape of the universe. And,
yeah. This is just science, man.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's why I say it too. It's not even. It's a truth. So you don't even call it religion. It's truth.
Yeah, it's truth. I'm totally for the truth, man. I believe a lot of stuff that people don't regularly believe because it's science. And people don't believe science.
February, the 11-minute mark. I don't know if it's all going to go on, but I'm going to try to get it all onto IGTV, on Instagram, and also onto YouTube. Thanks a lot. Maybe we'll talk again.
Man. One love. Hey.